In my past life as a soccer coach, once you won national championship, everyone's come play for you. Really not true. Once you paid them $20,000 a year in scholarships, everybody wants to come play for you. And parents will always come to me and they say, okay, my son, my daughter wants to come play at your university. And this is what we have to do. Well, you know what you're looking for. Being the Socratic professor that I am. Say, well, what does your son and daughter do? What do they call really well being interesting? And typically they are, well, they got great vision. They're really good. They can see the entire field. Oh, my daughter is fastest player. Nobody can beat her. Oh, my son is a great left footer. Really great in the air and he can hit every ball. And like, yeah, not bad. But to be quite honest with you, those are the last things I'm looking for. And most important thing, self-confidence. Without that skill, and I use the word skill intentionally, without that skill, we are useless as a soccer player. Because you lose sight and believe in yourself, we done for. I use the definition of self-confidence is the ability on the belief to believe in yourself to accomplish any task. No matter the odds, no matter the difficulty, no matter the adversity, the belief you can accomplish it. Self-confidence. Someone saying, great, I don't have it, I'm so shy. I never do that. You're just dragged on the way down here. I really use the word skill because I believe that it can be trained and you show a couple of ways in which to do. Hopefully you won't run out of time and don't use any slide because my spinning wheel goes here, here, or here. We'll see which way we get to. The easiest way to build self-confidence, there's no magic button. Let's say this plane is going down, who can fly? But put your hands up, I can, I'm confident. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Right? But I meant like it with a 10,000 hour rule, there's no magic button. I recruited a goalie from Colombia, South America 1 year with 23 man. You know, the head has hand like stone, and it was like flipper. Every time I threw in the ball down onto the ground, it was like, oh my god, we're in trouble. Some children get to the wall. Hit the ball against the wall and catch it. Hit the ball against the wall and catch it. It cost, 350 a day for 8 months. He came back, his hands were calloused. The moisture of his hands were literally gone. He is now playing in Europe. Magic? No. Repetition, repetition, repetition. The problem is we expect to be self-confident, but we can unless the skill or the task we're doing. It's not novel, it's not new to us. We want to be in a situation where you have much pressure in that. What I want to mean cause pressure builds diamond. I want to be in a situation where, hey, I've done this 1,000 times. I did my speech. I practiced in front of mirror, blah 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 blah. Hey, I'm sounding good. And then when in front of my kids and my wife, I said, oh gosh, I got a little nervous, and then got in front of goodness, I'm a little more nervous. But again, I get to the HCJ, where I can say anymore, right? 2,500 people. Where 2,500 people are there, I won't have a single once of nervousness because I may basically practice, right? Over and over and over again. The problem with repetition is how many us bail after the first bit of failure. I mean, that was first bit of adversity. Edison was on that video, and it depends who you ask. It's where from 1,000 or 10,000 tries to build that light bulb, 1,000 or 10,000. J.K. Rowling should be on that video. Do you know how many publishers it took her Harry Potter book to? I believe number was 12 or 13. I'm pretty confident, but after 2 or 3 no's, I'll be like, damn it. Until 6 or 7, I'm like, definitely after 9 or 10, I'll be looking to be a soccer coach or something else besides an author. Right? I mean, 12 times nobody said no, but practice, 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 and do not accept failure. Maybe it shouldn't be repetition, maybe the answer should be the persistence, because we on repeat something, but very few of us will persist, so that we one way to build self-confidence. Get out there. What do you want to do, and do not accept no. The other one is self-talk. We have self-talk tape that plays in our head whenever we go shopping and put a pair of pants this week. We are women. The first thing that always comes, damn, I look fat in these pants, and you are a man, is the opposite. Oh god, I no muscle, I'm so flappy. Right? We all had this tape that plays in our heads. As a student, if they ask me the questions, I was like, oh, kids, please, professor, don't pick me, I don't know the answer. I look down, right? If you were when I let me tell you something, and the VP of Business Administration here shouldn't when they hire me as an athletic director as an architect meetings. And I am as dumb as a post. When it comes to do anything to do with numbers and angles, and they are like, the fund debater was an architectural What do you think, Dr. Tota? Let me look for you and get back to you. Right? I was in, oh God, please don't ask me. We all had an executive self-talk that goes in our heads. Guess what? There's enough people that are telling us we can't do it. We're not good enough. Do we want to tell ourselves that? We know for a fact that thoughts influence actions. We saw it there in the videos Shelton Dr. Levy shows. We know that our thoughts influence actions. We don't say that negative self-talk to ourselves. We need to get our own self-affirmations. Muhammad Ali, what was his self-affirmation? I'm the greatest. Who else is going to tell you? There need to be quiet moments in your bedroom when you are brushing your teeth. They will need to be reaffirmed. I'm the captain of my ship and the master of my fate. That's my affirmation. I came from a school with 1,000 people. I lived in the town 1,000 people for 15 years. There's no reason that I should be in charge of the athletics department. But building maple leaf gardens, and I'm captain of my ship and the master of my fate. I don't say it. If I don't believe it, no one else will. How do you build self-confidence? Get away from the people who will tear you down. There's enough of that. Muhammad Ali, I'm the greatest, there are no one's better than me. There's a difference between hubris and ego and false pride. I'm just reminding yourself in quiet silent moments. I put it down on the list and right beside my mirror, right? About the things that I make who I am, because I'm making up mistakes, and the newspaper will recognize it, and the people around me will recognize it. They will tear me down, and pretty soon I begin to believe it. There was a time when my confidence was really low. There was a time when I took this job, when I came from lower. I don't know what could do it. I had to bring out my self-confidence letter. I later wrote to myself when I was feeling good. Ivan, congratulations on getting your PhD before 40. I am 40 under. Congratulations on winning a national championship. Good job raising these good kids, marrying the right woman. I wrote a letter to myself. I was on my old spreadsheet, my old letter about the things I was proud of. Because there are moments when we all experience them in our career, in our life, our job hunting, our relationships. When we're not feeling good about who and what and where we are, I had to bring out the letter and read it time again. For a period of about 2 weeks to weather me through that storm. It was important. Stop the self-talk, the negative self-talk. If you watch, you will see some athletes with little bandage or little brand about them. Lance Armstrong is a perfect one. What is self-affirmation? Lance Armstrong isn't a brand. It was to remind him of who he was, lifelong, and it became a brand. He would move that from one arm to the next arm, and down the fear came to his mind. Livestrong, put it on there, let's go. We all have it, we place it. 2 ways to build self-confidence. I'm worried about my time. I'm going to tell you one way you can build self-confidence in others. We are coaches and educators. We create value in the world. And I'm doing that. We are critical by the nature of what we do. I'm a coach and I want you to score a goal. The ball went over high. Dang it, the ball went high. And I think your coach, I know that feedbacks tell me that. So what we do, you need to put your elbow here. You need you to put your knee, need to follow through. Boom, land, great. Notice I never made it as a professional. And what can we do? We fix mistakes. I'm fixing that mistake. Johnny, this is terrible. You need to bend your knees. You need to do this. What did the hand turn is self-confidence. Bend your knees, then do it. The next thing you know, Johnny crushed. Ignore what Johnny does wrong and find Bob or Sully or Freda over here. Great goal, Freda. I love it. No, you keep your knee low. You follow through and you land it like this. Great job. Johnny not demoralized. His confidence isn't shot, dullness and build up further. Imagine we could change the way we parented kids. Instead of, oh, get that last of the counter, what's wrong with you? I would be catch the mother, good. Great job, great job. I think Alice talked about talking my glass at the counter. It sounds simple, but we forget about it. And or as educator, somebody we managed to phrase the positive behavior that we wanted to reinforce. We forget it. It sounds so simple. Catch them when they are good. We forget it. It's simple. Here's what they did. It was a study in Kansas. They did video. We all do video. We show the video of them doing the run of the play. All this is gonna happen because the basket wasn't protected and didn't rotate here, right? We need to do it and then cover the slots. And if that's the baseline, improvement in the Kansas State team went like this. And they said they ignored all of that. And they just showed them the times it did it right. The times they did it perfect. That presented to no goals, spoke to the same points, the improvement went like that. It changed and revolutionized the way we as coaches interact with our student athletes, and we applied it to the business world. We applied it to our student group works, we applied it to the management teams. Catch them when they're good. Last and certainly not least, my son is really good at this. Self-confident people iterate feedback to the way we choose to. I asked my son who is by that far terrible athlete. I guess from his dad. The games, how the games. Oh great, I scored 3 goals. He got 2 assists. And see him touch the puck. But he has all perception of how he did. I love it. I'm that guy. I remember when I was talking, when I met my wife, I was in the comments. Paula, would you like to go to the movie? Tingy tingy tingle. And she goes, no. I asked her again, because I think that we just hasn't me right? Maybe that's wrong with the shirt on, because integrating that the way I want to integrate it. Finally, I asked her out again. It gave me just one comment, right? She sent it to her friend, because the way would they earn less. This perfect last person on it. Hell was freezing over, there was small chance we had to save the planet Earth. So people it's like there's no chance. I like you're saying there's a chance, right? Because that's how I'm gonna interpret it. If I could give you one thing to take from this, it is no one will believe in you unless you do. This is the words that of that video. Here the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs of square holes.